So what's going on, y'all? It's the boy Vincent, repping the boy Vincent Fitness, and we're back again today with another YouTube video. And the topic of today is gonna be most men don't act like men. Now, guys, topic comes from basically, I'm 31 years old now. Obviously, I don't look it, I look too young, but in my lifetime, I've really noticed the big difference in the shift in the way that dudes act who are my age and versus younger dudes. But even worse is I noticed a big shift in a lot of these dudes whose parents, I guess they were that boomer generation. So these guys are kind of in their late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, and you also know that's the big difference between them. What I've noticed is, man, a lot of dudes nowadays, y'all, they do not act like men. Guys, there is no reason for you as a man to be in any situation gossiping or being a chatty patty about another man. Guys, this is one of the most unattractive things you can do in front of women, for example. What I want you to do is, guys, I want you to go home. If you have a girlfriend or wife, I want you to go home and talk really badly about some dude that's kind of close in your life. And I promise you, give it a few months, maybe even a year or so, your girlfriend's all of a sudden going to be attracted to this dude. You know why? Because that screams insecurity. Guys, when another man is not around, you should not be talking about that dude unless you're going to pull up on him and talk to him like a damn man. But the problem is a lot of y'all, or a lot of young dudes in general, you guys didn't really learn how to be men. So it's either one or two things. It's either your dad wasn't around, so he was around your mama and your aunts, or whatever dudes that your mama had were coming out in and out the house, Pookie and Ray Ray or Dirty Dick Rodney coming through the crib. Or if your dad wasn't around, or your dad was around, either he worked too much to really spend enough time with you, or at least, in my opinion, even if you did work, you would see the dynamic between your mom and your dad. Or you were in one of those situations where your dad was he was a bitch himself. He was a pushover. And you see this a lot, man. Nowadays, especially living over here in Germany, man, I noticed a big difference, because the really big difference is here. In the World War II, most of the men died. So there wasn't a lot of men. So there was like a good, 20, 30 years where the women became very masculine. And you notice this here. Whenever I've dated a girl who's German, or even my friends who are other Americans who've dated German girls, they always kind of say this, like they try to be the man in the relationship. And for the most part, that's usually the case. Yeah, I notice it all the time if you're outside walking around Europe or Germany specifically. So you'll notice that woman's in the front walking with the kids, and then the man's in the background, and he's all slunched over. He's got very weak body language. The woman got her hair all cut off. She got one of them buzz cut haircuts. She got a scowl on her face. And the whole dynamic is messed up. So the man doesn't act like a man, and obviously now his sons are gonna watch this and think that's how you're supposed to act. Guys, now obviously I'm not sitting here saying you gotta be walking around with your chest out, beating on your chest, ready to fight everybody that come around you. But one thing that I would honestly say, the most important thing is that, man, you need to be ambitious, number one. And number two, you really have to be focused on having integrity. Like, you need to move in a way to where you have a set of morals or a set of beliefs. Like for example, if let's say you're religious, you really believe in Islam, okay, you don't really be eating pork, you praying 5 times a day. You have something a moral code or a code that you live by and stick to. And the other side, you gotta be ambitious. Like, I do these YouTube videos, I work as an online coach on the side. That's not even my main job. That's just something that I really want to put my energy into. That's my passion. Because if you're working on something, if you're ambitious, guys, you're not going to have the time or the energy to be worried about what other people are doing. It's just illogical. That's something, honestly, man, I was in the locker room the other day. This is yesterday, actually. I'm in the locker room at my gym. Guys, if I would have closed my eyes, I would have thought I was in a damn beauty shop with, hearing my mama and them and my aunts and them gossiping. Like, these two dudes was in there talking about another dude who goes to our gym. And this is a good guy. I see him all the time talking about his cycle and like, oh, he's doing too much. Guys, why are you not focused on getting some money? Why are you focused on what another man is doing? It doesn't even make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Like, it legitimately bothers me when I'm sitting here talking to somebody and they start talking to me about somebody else. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, when I'm not around, you're doing it with me to somebody else. Guys, you should be focused on getting some money. Focus on being on your purpose. Focus on self-improvement. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. If you're a man and you're watching this, And you're thinking to yourself, well, sometimes I gossip. What I want you to do is I want you to go on ahead, go into your mom's bedroom, take one of her skirts, put the skirt on, put on some makeup, go hit the track, and you can make some damn money at least. If you're gonna act like a hoe, you just go be a whole damn hoe. Go on ahead and make some damn money while you at it. There's no reason for you to act like this. I know some of y'all, man, this is why I do these videos, because some of you guys, I understand, man, like your dad wasn't around, or your mama wore the pants in a relationship, so it kind of makes sense. You didn't know no better. I understand. But some of you dudes, man, you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got all these different things to where there's guys on there giving you good game, but you don't want to listen. You follow the world in a sense, and then you wonder why you're so messed up. You wonder why your girl's talking to you all crazy in public. You wonder why you get no respect from your friends. It's because you don't act like a man. You need to learn how to act like a man. Look for mentors. Hang out with dudes that's really masculine. I'm talking real masculine, not sitting here, with their big chest up, acting like they're all tough masculine. I'm talking dudes that's got a family, they handling business, they got a wife, they got kids. The wife, you see her, the way she looks at him with full of love because she respects this dude. Somebody that has boundaries, somebody that respects themselves. Guys, you gotta act like you got some damn sense out here because other people are watching. Other people are always watching. So if you're acting real goofy out here, what's gonna happen is someone like me or someone else can see that and think to themselves, okay, I'm not gonna give this guy an opportunity. I'm not gonna associate myself with this person because he's acting like a little female. And I know some of you guys are hearing this, masculine and feminine. It's a spectrum. No, when you act real masculine, women give you a lot of cooperation and dudes respect you. Yeah, they might even try you, but as long as you stand up for yourself, they're gonna respect you because you stood up for yourself. Act like a damn man. Stop gossiping. Stop acting like a little female. Stop being fearful. Stop being these type of people to where you don't want to take no risks or you don't want to step out because you want to fit in with everybody. You don't need to act like everybody. You need to act like the best version of yourself. So that's all I got to say today, guys. I kind of went on a rant today. I just hearing that stuff yesterday in the locker room, man, that shit, I'm just shaking my head the whole time. So make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And as we always say here, control the negative, focus on the positive. It's your boy Navoy, repping the boy Vincent Fitness. I'm out.